Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hand is one of this week's new releases. It's War of the Realms, The Punisher. It's the first issue. I think it's like a 3-issue miniseries. And, you know, obviously tie into War of the Realms, the big event that's going to be going on for a few months at the Marvel Universe, pretty much touching every corner of the Marvel Universe. This is written by Gerry Duggan, drawn by Marcelo Ferreira, and inked by Roberto Poggi, colored by Rachelle Rosenberg, lettered by Cory Petit. Alright, so the concept of the Punisher fighting a bunch of mythical monsters, I have a little bit of trauma from him fighting angels, which was like one of the worst takes of the Punisher I think ever. So when I saw he was getting to focus on that, it kind of bothered me a little bit and was not all that exciting. I'm going to have to eat those words though, because this was really good first issue. And you know, plays off the Punisher really well. I mean, let's face it, you know, we think of the Punisher as someone whose entire thing is getting rid of the criminal element, taking on kind of lower elements of like gangs and the mob, stuff like that. So him, when he gets into the kind of these higher realms of bad guys, sometimes gets a little bit away from kind of the basics. But the other thing we don't really think about it is, you know, he's trying to clean up New York City. So he's as much of a protector of New York City as like Luke Cage is, or Daredevil, or Jessica Jones, or anyone that we really associate with New York. Spider-Man being another example of that. And that's kind of the take that they're going with this. This is a guy who is out just kicking ass, doing what he's supposed to, and it's brutal. There's a death that there's two that are really cool in this. Some solid work, like he goes out and does some great Punisher stuff. But the gist of it is like really him getting back to that role of protecting New York, which is solid. And where the series seems to be going is, yes, it's a familiar storyline, it's a familiar direction, but I think it's going to work really well, and it also shows kind of the redemption Punisher's been going through since, you know, the whole Hail Hydra part of it. You know, whether or not that's really going to sink in and play on this, I don't know, but it kind of feels like part of that redemption arc, which was really great and needed. And the other is just like where it's going shows that he's not quite just a killing machine. There is some heart there and some humanity, and sometimes he's willing to compromise a little bit for his humanity and do some good. So it's really cool. This is solid. This is actually a really good tie-in. This wasn't probably the lowest one on the expectation list for everything that's been announced, but this was pretty low. I mean, the creative team still is good and solid, and they do great work, but just something didn't seem to click for me, and I'm completely eating those words now. I know that they announced a series in July of like him going on and taking on, I think, more monsters, and really taking the fight to like all the demons and stuff like that now. So now I'm like really looking forward to that. But this is a really cool comic. I dug it and dug it a lot. The art's cool. As I said, there's some great kills in it. Show off some of the art a little bit. They had one of the cool kills. This probably has the other cool kill. Yeah, this has got one of the other cool kills in it. But yeah, this is it's a good tie-in. If you're into War of the Realms, really care about it, go for it. If you really care about the Punisher, go for it. Other than that, like, I don't know if you necessarily need to dive in if you don't care about either of those things. But this one I'm really surprised about. Just straight up admitting it, like this one kind of came out of nowhere for me. So out this week in comic shops, you can go get it. Obviously, go support your comic shop. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We've got some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage, but go support your comic shop first and foremost. They are the backbone of the industry. Really important. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We like to be transparent about that, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics, if you're into War of the Realms, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy. Every week during War of the Realms, we're going to have a nice roundup of everything that's going on. So go check that out. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.